Hello guys, my name is Tronex Gaming. Today we're gonna react to Korean comic. He puts we're gonna react to his content. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and also comment if I must react to more of his videos. Reaction, and also I like to watch his videos. It's not my first time watching his videos, so he posted today videos like, oh, let me just watch it with you guys if you like it. So let's go in.
What you nerdy ass eating? Well, my zaddy got me the sandwich. So you like doing whatever daddy says? Yeah, so you're a dog. No, no, your dad's a dog, so you're a female dog. That's scientifically inaccurate. Shut up. Oh. Okay,
Yo.
so doggy, go fetch. Obey your master, doggy. Huff, huff. The movie begins. With a Family Guy wannabe ass talking dog who's extremely smart, so he's basically if Stewie and Brian had a baby together and made the dog put on some glasses. And when I say this dog is a nerd, he is a total nerd. Because even at the adoption center, when other dogs are autistic and biting themselves get picked, this dog doesn't. Really, bro? You gonna read a book about Plato the Republic? Like, are you trying to get adopted or are you trying to be performative? But why waste calories on useless activity? Mama, I hate this smartass. Wait, I can be an obedient slave? Please, use me. And for a dog that's so smart, he clearly isn't smart enough to be likable to get adopted, so instead, Buddy decides to lock in and becomes the super nerd. Graduating in Harvard, majoring in smartass, then draws a dove thinking he solved peace. Then we're introduced to Sherman and the dog's name is Peabody, with Peabody saying he vowed to be the best father he could and prepared Sherman for all the wonders of life. But Buddy, your son looks like a geek. I'm just saying, if I had a kid, I wouldn't raise him to look like he'd get bullied at school. He looks like one of them kids that goes, well, actually, that's mathematically incorrect. Like, he looks like the kid that reminds the teacher about homework, like, Miss, I believe we had an assignment due today. Anyway, we're told this dog invented a time machine and that this dog is so smart, he decides to think it's a good idea to send a kid to one of the most dangerous events in human history known as the French Revolution. I love getting fat. So basically, the French Revolution is the poor being fed up with the rich and revolting against them. So you get the huzz? What do you think? I'm poor. And seeing the rich enjoy the good life while they starve, they decide to rebel and fight. The rich are getting fatter. No. I want to get fat. I want diabetes. My dream's to use Ozempic. Wait. But money doesn't buy happiness. Boy, shut your dumb ass up. So the brokey peasants decide to attack the Nepo baby rich, and all this could have been avoided if they had some Wi-Fi and video games. Then Peabody gives Sherman shit for leaving his present, but it's like, dude, he's just a kid, and you brought him here. This is your fault as the parent, so why are you giving him shit? I'm allergic to poor people. Damn, girl, we don't smell that bad. Then the dog gets arrested, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure it's the dog's fault. Y'all peasants are poor, and Peabody is off to get beheaded. Shing. And Sherman's traumatized, but the dog survives. He's the main character? I thought this was my movie. How dare he? And thanks to plot armor, they get away. And Peabody explains it like a Sherlock Holmes wannabe, saying he calculated everything, knowing exactly what was going to happen, and that he even calculated the sunlight reflecting off of Sherman's glasses to distract the guard with enough time to grab a melon, which will make the dog escape. What? Who the hell leaves melons right where someone is about to get beheaded? Like, bruh, I'd rather him just say this is a dumb movie with no logic and that he can do whatever he wants. So grown-ass men chase after a dog and a kid. Blah. I don't like this water. That's not water, that's peasant shit. Man, I won't be surprised if Sherman gets extremely sick, because God knows what was inside that sewage water Sherman drank. And not only does the dog continue to put Sherman in life-threatening situations, but he also aura farms. Damn, you got your own men laughing at you? Talk about loyalty. So the dog knocks him out and keeps aura farming. Aha, you missed. I never miss. Okay, that line did go hard, but it would have been a lot harder if dude didn't look like a total nerd. And you look at their faces. It was at that moment that they knew they were never going to see their families again and drown thanks to a dog. Because if you look closely at the scene, the gods are definitely dead. And even if you don't think that they're dead at that point, this dog purposely creates an explosion to escape, which would have killed the gods guaranteed. Oh, that dog's a murderer. And he nearly got Sherman killed for what? To teach him a lesson about you can't have your cake and eat it too? You do know a simple YouTube video about the French Revolution would have been enough, right? Then the film shows us that this dog knows how to make things invisible, and we're back to present day. Just remember, you look like a geek. I'm so getting bullied. Then Peabody decides it's a good idea to show the whole school that Sherman is adopted by a dog by stalling and giving him a dog whistle when he could have done this shit at home. Because guess what? The other students see it and they start talking shit. I bet he's a fairy. Yeah. Then Sherman heads to class. Who can tell me who this wrinkly elder is? He was the world's first performative male, George Washington. Oh, look at him all happy, acting like a know-it-all nerd. Oh, but the girl's not happy. I wonder if bro's thinking, if I act like a know-it-all nerd teacher's pet, then girls in school will like me. When in reality, nobody likes a teacher's pet. And what tree did his autistic ass cut down? Oh, pick me. Penny. A cherry tree. Fake news. Actually, he didn't cut down shit. Really? And George Washington owned slaves, so I don't know why Penny's dumbass is talking about a fabricated story. Did ChatGPT tell you that?
Damn.
Oh, your ass got roasted. And Penny hates his ass. You know, if Mr. Peabody was so smart, he should have taught Sherman nobody likes a smart-ass teacher's pet, but instead raised Sherman to look like a target. And oh my goodness, a Stephen Hawking lunchbox as your lunchbox? Bro, you are a geek. And also, didn't Wheelchair Man go to the Epstein Islands? Anyway, Sherman makes some friends and they deadass start talking about hydrogen atoms. Guess we'll have to split it. I'm gonna just say this. If I ever have kids, I'm gonna make sure they're the coolest kids in school. I don't care whether they're dripped out to the max. Look, what I was most envious of growing up, like going to school, was like seeing other kids having their parents' second car because their parents just gave it to them and they just be like driving to school. So to me, if I ever have kids, I'm gonna make sure they drive like the coolest cars in high school. I don't care. Like, I don't care if they come home crying, being like, Dad, they're making fun of me because I'm rich. I'm like, yeah, they can keep complaining and stay poor. Like, that's what a parent is supposed to do, to give the best for their kid. Anyway, Penny decides to bully his ass. But wait, is that the Asian? Oh, hello, Ring Ring. Konnichiwa, Shiba. What's your nerdy ass eating? Well, my zaddy got me the sandwich. So you like doing whatever daddy says? Yeah. So you're a dog? No. Your dad's a dog, so you're a female dog. That's scientifically inaccurate. Shut up, ho. Okay,
Whoa.
so doggy, go fetch. Eat on the
after
floor
that,
like
you
a
gotta-
good doggy.
she
Then
said
the
go.
kids laugh at a sandwich on the ground, and I watch this like, what's funny about a sandwich on the ground? Like, they're pointing at it like, you see that? That's a sandwich. Obey your master, doggy. Yo, how is there not a single teacher supervising in the cafeteria? And if that wasn't enough, she steals his dog whistle, then blows on it like, blah. Bullying's against school policy. Shut up, ho. Okay. And also, since
No.
Sherman put his lips on it as well, doesn't that mean he had an indirect kiss? Anyway, Penny keeps toying with Sherman, then puts his ass in a headlock.
That actually counts. I don't know.
Okay, and
Yeah.
hey, yo, that was actually a pretty good move. And Sherman isn't strong enough to get out of a girl's headlock, which could have easily been prevented if he just did 5 push-ups a day. Bark for me, bark for your master. Yeah,
No.
Penny's gonna grow up liking submissive femboys for sure. Then Peabody get brought to the principal. And he thinks his son will need to skip some grades because he's so smart, but is instead told that he had a fight and bit one of his classmates. Now, I'm not saying Sherman should have done that, but if you keep calling someone a dog, you shouldn't be surprised if they act like one. Then the CPS Child Protective Service shows up looking like the villain from Harry Potter. And she hates Peabody's ass and wants to take Sherman away from him. Sherman wouldn't do that for no reason. She was being a bully. Quiet. I know you lost your hairline, but you don't have to lie and lose your jaw. And speaking
Oh,
of hairline, yeah, damn. This boy is huge. And you know what? I appreciate Peabody for standing up for Sherman and defending him because Asian parents would never do that shit. Bro, whenever the teacher said anything about me to my mom that just wasn't positive, my mom would be like, oh, okay, my son bad? My son had, oh, okay, and just drag my ass home and then beat the living shit out of me, bro. Then later, the dog confronts Sherman and asks what.
It's for me, it's different. That was my dad. That's different. Yo, the pain. After that, the people in class gonna ask you, what the hell happened? What the heck happened there at school? At your house? You'll be like, nah, they did nothing. Know that, yo, if you sit down, your ass is cooked. Oh, I'm not blow that.
Happened, and he's like, she called me a dog. And Peabody's looking super shocked, but it's like, really? Your scene is so smart you can build a time machine but get shocked that a kid got made fun of because their dad's a dog? Like, you seriously didn't think that could happen? Like, I'm sure when you went to school you got made fun of for being a dog, but you're shocked that your kid got made fun of by association? What? Guess Peabody's just book smart and not street smart. I love you, Daddy Beagle. I have a deep regard for you as well. Ew, who the hell talks like that? If I'm Sherman, I'm never saying I love you to him again. Then Peabody gets flashbacks of core memories with Sherman, like teaching his fetus ass to swim, or playing piano with Beethoven, or hanging out with Gandhi. As the movie tells us, the dog only adopted Sherman because he saw his fetus ass abandoned on the street. Hey, yo, how are you an infant and you already wearing glasses? Do you know how blind you gotta be to wear that shit? Oh, he blind. Then this judge goes, why should your beagle breeding ass who has no testicles be able to adopt the boy? Because I can talk. Fair enough. And because Peabody is told Child Protective Services will monitor his behavior to see if he's fit to being a parent, the dog says, let me cook and invite invites Penny and her family for dinner. Yo, Peabody is low-key Sherman's wingman, not gonna lie. Why the dog look like a nerd? No. Be nice. She's a future Karen, whatever. Hello. Where's your manager? Show her where you like to goon. Follow me. So Penny's dad is clearly a
Show me what do you mean he likes to go, bruh? And how the hell do you know that? Suspicious Peabody.
that person that dislikes Peabody and is a workaholic, and Peabody tries teaching his kids some game. You know I get no hugs. This is useless. Don't you know that girls like nerds? Yeah, the tall, good-looking ones. I'm Chop, sir. I love your self-awareness. Just watch Mean Girls together or something. Say another word and I'll make a bruise on myself and tell my parents you did it. Oh, negative order. And I just realized Peabody lives in a nice-ass crib as he pretty much flexes his talents to try and win Penny's parents over. This a waste of time. Are you alright? It's because he gave me a lot of back shots. And Peabody thinks he's fixed Felix going, I can fix it. And fixes the cat lover's back pain and dude becomes a dog person. Wait. Are we over like that? So Peabody wins Penny's family over while Penny confronts Sherman how he's such a know-it-all nerd. So he shows her the time machine to prove he's not a liar, and he thought it'd impress her. So they do the time travel even when Peabody told Sherman ass not to. Then later Sherman pulls up and tells his daddy Beagle that he left Penny's ass back in Egypt. Oh, he want to take a shit. Then Penny's parents start asking questions where their daughter is, so Peabody hypnotizes them. I did it because there's no logic in this film. So they both head to ancient Egypt to get Penny back, and somehow Penny is living her best life as a princess. Yes, dinner. Girl, you know you ain't no royalty. And your whole ass looks broke. Girly, that's what I want. Then we see Penny do the cultural appropriation. Princesses don't get canceled. And we meet King Tutankhamun, who be using slaves to walk around. My boyfriend. If he wasn't king, he wouldn't be a boyfriend. I like snow bunnies. Girl, we know he's not your type.
And ask, is anyone in this show is hairline? Oh, he or her hairline is straight back. The hairline I'm seeing right now. Yo, they're chopped.
That's what I want. I like my man rich. I don't think you know what you're doing. Trust me, I'm getting everything. She actually said that, by the way. I'm not making it up. She actually said, I know what I'm doing. I'm getting everything. So, hey, at least she's honest about it. She the gold digger. And when an official pulls up and explains once they're married and King Tut dies, he says it's tradition she'll be killed too and mummified next. What the hell y'all talking about? Then King Tut says the same thing, and oh, look at her face. She went from...
I'm taking all his money to wait, I can't take his money and they're gonna take my organs out? So she tries to bail, but it's too late, and the gold digger must proceed with the wedding. Help me! Ain't nobody saving you? Yeet. Then we proceed to have some boring ass scenes of Peabody being an irresponsible parent, not really guiding Sherman when they're in dangerous situations, and and oh, look at her face. She went from yes, I'm taking all his money to wait, I can't take his money and they're gonna take my organs out? So she tries to bail, but it's too late, and the gold digger must proceed with the wedding. Help me! Ain't nobody saving you? Yeet. Then we proceed to have some boring ass scenes of Peabody being an irresponsible
not really guiding Sherman when they're in dangerous situations, and unless you really like history, some of these scenes are just kind of predictable and boring because, yeah, they obviously escape. Like, who knew? So when Penny has to do a blood oath, Peabody decides to change tradition. From now on, you cannot buy slaves. That's so unfair. Why? Instead, you'll introduce a 9 to 5 and pay them so little it's technically still slavery. And also, you cannot hit women for not cooking you dinner unless she says she's a vegan. What if I love beating my wife? Then just spank her ass in bed. Trust me, bro, they love that shit. And the duo ends up failing to trick the Egyptians, but they're able to save Penny from being mummified and heads back home.
But on their way back home, they're suddenly unable to due to low battery and have to make a quick stop to Italy to fix it. And we're introduced to Leonardo DiCaprio and the woman behind Mona Lisa. Leonardo, you can suck it. Didn't know Mona Lisa had a slong. Then the artist asks for Peabody's help because he struggles to make the Mona Lisa girl smile. She's a crazy fighthead. And what's weird is she does smile, but Leonardo's like, no, that's a fake smile, like a Mr. Beast. Then stop the yapping and say.
Then Peabody accidentally drops a painting while
You see
colliding
what
with
I
Sherman, then
mean?
this happens.
And what's dumb about the scene is that when she does the Mona Lisa pose, I'm looking at it like, I don't think she
Laugh to pull that pose, so what was the point of making her laugh? Anyhow, as they're charging the time machine, Sherman unintentionally beats Peabody's ass. Wow, you speak Korean? 이 씨발로 많이 뒤질래. 그만해라. Smartass. Thought you hated my nerdy ass. What's up? You wanna Me? Okay. You folded under zero pressure. Then the two have some one-on-one playtime together and find Leonardo's flying machine. And Penny uses the emotional manipulation to get what she wants lah. So how do you take off? Oh, you gotta pull that shit right there. Hey, yo, look at her smile, bro. Damn, she is evil. Good boy. Oh. Bro, any dude that Penny ends up with in the future is gonna lose his hairline quick. Cause they don't even have a parachute or any way to safely land, and she's celebrating like it's the 4th of July. Then deadass lets go of the plane, risking death just so that Sherman can try flying the plane. I wanna do math. Stop being such a pussy and fly. Then Sherman does some How to Train Your Dragon plot armor shit and magically learns how to fly right when he's on the brink of death, then pretty much has a romantic date with Penny, and it's a classic enemies to lovers story. And Sherman pulls up on Peabody to flex his flying skills. I'm flying. But you don't know how to fly. You're autistic. I don't? No. So Peabody kills Bro's confidence, but thanks to plot armor, they're able to survive. That's better than gooning. As the Asians would say, you're a failure. And with the ship recharged, they head back home. And what should have been a quiet ride home, Penny's like, go talk to them. So Sherman does his little, I'm sorry. And when Peabody lectures him, Penny butts in. You should mind your own business. You should be happy he's not a loser after all. Yeah, I'm not a loser after all. I don't know, bro. You definitely still look like one. You gotta
Yes.
start looks maxing or something. I'm not even making this up. I never heard of this film until you guys recommended it in the comments. And when I first searched it up and I saw the movie poster, I just went, yeah, I ain't about to do this shit. Like, I'm not about to watch a movie about a bunch of nerds, all right? That's my initial thought. And for months and months, I was aware of this film, thanks to you guys, and I just didn't watch it. I'm telling you the truth. I was like, bro, they look like a bunch of nerds. I'm not going to watch this film.
Don't
It was
judge
only
a
until
show by
recently,
its cover.
because of my sister. She's like, oh, I think you should watch it. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. And here's the video. Anyway, Penny then says, if you're such a great parent, why is CPS trying to take Sherman away from you? Yo, the audacity. It's because of you. You bullied Sherman, and that's why this is happening. And when Sherman finds out about it, they simultaneously get sucked into a black hole. So while the Beagle Daddy's trying to save them from dying, Sherman acts super out of character and lashes out because Peabody didn't tell him. And honestly, this isn't something he should be mad about because Peabody didn't tell him to protect his feelings. And even if Sherman knew, what's Sherman gonna do about it? Sit. You think I'm a furry or some shit? I'm not a dog. Don't get mad at me because your parents left for the milk. Yo, when Sherman made this face, I actually started laughing because why does dude look so goofy? And they survive, obviously. And the trio head to the Trojan War this time, 1184 BC. And me personally, when I saw Sherman suddenly acting rebellious and out of character, which resulted in them going on another adventure, it just felt unnatural and that the film forced it. I felt like a lazy attempt to delay going back home to make the film story longer. Because honestly, a few scenes of this Trojan arc was pretty boring and felt like a filler episode. Then Peabody and Penny pulls up. It smells like you're soaked in your own shit. I haven't showered in 3 years. Now, they make a lot of noise, but apparently the enemy are all deaf because they can't hear him, and despite the dog telling him not to go to war, Sherman goes anyway. But when he enters the battlefield, dude immediately folds and shits himself so bad he uses the dog whistle to call his daddy Beagle for help. And by the time Sherman's nerdy ass is saved, suddenly Penny is now in danger. So by becoming the Sherlock Holmes wannabe while defying logic, Peabody finds a way to get into the Trojan horse again and saves Penny, but because her dress gets stuck and the horse starts to fall, Peabody makes sure the two kids get to safety, even if it means he falls in the process. Zaddy Beagle? No!
Someone's gonna
Sad! I'm so sad now. But dogs only live for 15 years, so he was gonna die anyway. Okay, Penny didn't actually say that, but what she actually said was just as bad, if I'm being honest. It was pretty bad. What do I do now?
There's nothing you can do. Guess who's an orphan again? So she pretty much said, "Aw, you're sad that your dad died? Cry all you want, because there's nothing you can do about it. You can't do shit." Wow, such comforting words. But Sherman says screw it and goes to the past where he currently exists, which isn't allowed in order to meet Peabody for help. So as we see Peabody entertaining the parents again, this time Sherman and Penny pull up and explain to Peabody what's going on and that he's dead in the future. Then suddenly the other Sherman pops up. And Peabody says if Sherman keeps touching himself, it'll break the space-time continuum, which pretty much means a lot of bad shit's gonna go down. So when they try distracting the parents so that the other Sherman won't be seen, Harry Potter villain on steroids pulls up. And is CPS even allowed to enter another person's house like that uninvited? And when Peabody tries hypnotizing her, it fails to work on her but works on Sherman instead. So the adults find out there's another Sherman, then the other Peabody shows up. Sherman, don't touch yourself. Sherman goons at home. My ass has seen enough.
Thanks to CPS, Sherman
What?
touches himself. Touching himself so hard, dude ends up passing out. Pause! And even though it was Harry Potter villain on steroids' fault, she blames the dog and drags Sherman by force. Ouch, you're hurting me, stop! So Peabody ends up biting her like a good boy. And now Pink Lady has an excuse to call the cops on Peabody to put him down. Now maybe it's just me, but there's no way CPS just drags another kid by force. Surely there's a step-by-step process for this. And Peabody, realizing he's absolutely cooked, just starts running away to the time machine, getting away from everyone else. But when they try to go back in time, they fail because Sherman touched himself, and because there's a split in the space-time continuum, a bunch of historical figures from the past come to the present instead.
Einstein.
What evil beast are you? I am a carrot. I got a boner. I love her. Now, I really enjoyed the first half of this film, thinking it's peak cinema and extremely underrated with the bullying scene because I've never even heard of this film. But towards the end, it was kind of too chaotic, messy, and a little bit cheesy. Because Sherman becomes a Naruto wannabe doing a big speech talking about how you can't take Peabody away because I'm a dog too. And somehow gets every other historical figure and Penny's family to say they identify as a dog as well. These are pretty cringe. I'm a dog too. I'm a dog too. And I'm hella fruity. I'm a dog too. Then Sherman gets the girl, even though in real life this would never happen and dude would still get bullied by Penny. You're all furries, that goon to dog.
George Washington says Peabody's exempt from the law so he can't get put down, and the film takes a shot at Bill Clinton as he says, well, I've done worse. You know what's crazy? George Washington actually owned slaves and he's considered the good guy, but Bill Clinton is the bad guy here and gets shots taken at from the film for cheating. Okay, movie. Then Pink Lady get the karma and get smashed by a rock. And Sherman suggests we can fix all of this by going to the future. And yeah, that's literally the climax of the film, which was pretty underwhelming, not gonna lie. So they travel to the future and every historical figure goes back to said timeline. Then big boy take the big girl to make big babies. Come on, little nerd. No, my femboy. And yeah, this scene was too predictable. Like, the movie is called Peabody and Sherman. Did the director really think we would think they were dead? And Penny celebrates. She gets her femboy four-eyed ginger man. Then we get a full circle moment of Sherman heading off to class again.
You, Sherman. I have a deep regard for you as well, dirty dog. Then they have a whole
Peabody's all happy, and the film ends with Penny pulling up, ready to ruin Sherman's life. Now, like I said, I was hesitant to do this film for months, even though I was aware of it thanks to you guys. But yeah, it wasn't until my sister recommended and said, yo, this is really good, you should check it out. So I checked it out, and yeah, it was way better than I thought. Especially the first half of the film, I thought it was peak, especially the bullying scene. I was like, yo, this movie's really, really good. I'm getting invested. And I think it was just mainly the ending just felt too predictable, underwhelming, and overall just a little bit too historical for my taste. But overall, I'd say this film is actually underrated because it was a box office flop. That DreamWorks lost, what was it, 42 million from this film? And I don't think it deserves to lose any money because I've seen way worse films that did way better numbers. And based on that perspective alone, because it's considered a box office flop, I would say this movie is underrated. But yeah, curious to know your thoughts. Feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you for recommending this film. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy KC. And
until next time.